Mailboxes.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Long Beach Treasures. I'm your host, Harvey Keller. Today we found the Unity Church, a historic landmark dedicated by the city in 1998 here at 935 East Broadway. It's sort of something that you would miss as you drive by if you didn't know it was here, so we want to go in and look at this historical landmark and make you aware of it, and you might want to stop by and check it out. So come with me and let's go in and meet the pastor. And here we are, and this must be the Reverend Clarice Duke. Thank you for letting us stop by and check out your little church here.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you're here.
Tell me, what's a Unity Church?
Well, good question. Unity Church, actually, it was founded by two New Thought metaphysical thinkers, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore. And the Unity movement was founded in 1889.
Is this a worldwide movement or just local?
No, it is a worldwide movement, but it's not as huge as maybe some other denominations or other movements.
And their basic principle is?
Well, it started out as thinking about the basic principle of cause and effect. And they really focused on affirmative thinking. And the focus was on our thinking produces our reality. And so if our thinking produces our reality, then we better, well, no, that's not a good word. It's a good idea to think the truth, to think the truth of the goodness of who we are, to think the truth of the goodness and the beauty of the universe and the world, and to think the truth that God is within every human being, therefore God is a good, and therefore every human being is good.
Now, I noticed on the plaque out front, the founders of the Unity Church in Long Beach was a husband and wife who were pastors.
Yes, husband and wife team, and yes, this local Unity movement actually began in 1923 by these two reverends, husband and wife team. And at first they met in different homes, and finally they just began to grow and grow. Finally they began to think about, we need to find a permanent place for us.
I guess my question was going to be that this was in the 1920s, a woman pastor, and you're the pastor here now. Would it have been unusual to have a female pastor back then? I would think women wouldn't have been completely liberated.
Exactly. But the New Thought metaphysical thinking believes strongly in the divinity of each person. Therefore, guess what? Women can have the divine nature also.
Well, good for them.
And not just the men. So therefore, they affirm the goodness of every human being. So women have been a part of this movement from its inception. The founders were from a team, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore. And actually, it was a delight to come to this church, and I'm like the fourth or fifth female pastor.
Now, I understand they had a grassroots movement to raise money to build this church?
Yes.
And what was the movement?
Well, one of the fundraisers was to buy this land and then eventually to build this building, was to make dolls and sell them. And over here are some of our dolls that are left from this fundraiser. And they made these dolls, they're handmade dolls, and they wanted to sell 1,001 to make $1,000. So therefore they would sell them for $1. And they sold them from a cart from the corner of Ocean and Pacific. And they were very successful at selling these dolls, and that was one of the fundraisers. Another one of the amazing movement to get this building built is a college student.
Let's walk on
Okay.
in while we're talking.
A college student donated $10. This is in, the uh, early 30s, 1930s. $10. A college student donated $10 to build this building, and that was really a lot of money for a college student to give, and it's in our records, and that was kind of the seed money to start building this building.
And this was built in 1941?
Yes, yes, and it was, the doors were opened in 1941, February 23rd, 1941. And Louise actually was still one of the spiritual leaders, and now her daughter also is a licensed minister, and she's also working at this time as one of the spiritual leaders.
I notice your windows are painted. Is there a reason why?
Well, yeah, we think probably because of the financial realities in the 20s and the 30s. We did notice that this main window and the back windows in the balcony are some of the glass is, color glass, green colored glass, gold colored glass, blue colored glass, and then they painted on top of it to get the shadows and so forth. But these windows on the side do not have the colored glass, but strictly are painted. And we have tried to find out who the artists were, but we haven't been able to find out that.
I was talking to an art historian the other day, and she was saying that in the days of old, they used to paint the windows before they had colored glass. So you're right in style.
I guess so.
And the altar is that's painted?
Yes, the background, the wall is all painted, and this around here is all painted.
Now, is that the choir loft behind the...
Yes, it was. It hasn't been used for a while.
So the
yes.
balcony then is for overflow...
People.
Good.
This building seats about 320 people.
And you have all kinds of services here?
Well, yes. Well, we have one service on Sunday morning, and then we have a couple of education classes in the morning before the service. And during the week, we open it up to people to come in and AA meetings and NA meetings, and we have Course in Miracles on a Wednesday night here, led by one of our parishioners. And over here, you notice that we have a variety of symbols of religions, and because Unity Church does not believe that we have to have a certain creed to believe in, or we have a certain person to believe in, but actually to believe in the goodness of ourselves and the creativity of ourselves, so people can have different faiths and different understandings.
So you're open-minded and accepting of all?
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's great. This is really quite a unique little church. People probably wouldn't even see it as they're whizzing down Broadway. And
exactly, and we're trying to work on that. We're working on that to think about all the possibilities to get some people as they whiz by to notice that, oh, there's a place here of worship. And we also need to get out the good news about what unity is all about. And because we don't believe in a creed or we have to believe in a certain person, but we believe in the goodness of every human being, and that we create our life by the way we think.
How long have you been a pastor here?
Oh, a little over a year, I think.
And do you know how many pastors there have been here since 1941 when the church opened? Putting you on the spot, huh?
Yeah. I think I've read it somewhere, and I looked yesterday to find out, but I don't know that.
Now, do you have a choir here or anything?
No, we have a fabulous organist. We have a fabulous soloist that is with us every week. And And our services are actually kind of very meditative. We have lots of time where we sit silently, and we have a lot of time to go inward, because we really feel that that's where God is, inward, and to listen to the truth of who we are, and to listen to God's Spirit within us.
Could we walk downstairs and see what's
Yes.
Down there?
Yes.
All right. Now, this is the basement of the church?
Yes, it is. We
Oh, wow, this is surprisingly large, isn't it?
yes, and we have lots of wonderful events take place down here, and we have kind of a stage area and a nice kitchen. And what is wonderful about this, we have a large book library here, metaphysical library, and we wish more people would come and utilize and borrow these books that we have down here.
Now, this is where different groups have meetings?
Yes, yes, and we have our education classes down here, and we have celebrations down here. The only problem that we're having now, we've kind of trying to work on this, it's not handicapped accessible down here.
Oh.
And our bathrooms are not handicapped accessible, and they're, on this next level here. That's one of our issues about, of course, old historical buildings. They didn't have that in mind when they were built.
Well, I noticed you had a ramp at the side of the church for handicapped
Yes,
accessibility.
and to get up there. So.
Well, I'm surprised how large it is down here, because the church, when you look at it from the street, seems to be very, very small, but down here it seems quite spacious.
Yes, yes. And we have a meditation class on Sunday afternoon, and I've been to it a couple of times, led by our organist, and we're all, in our little cushion on the floor, and it's just a nice large space to meditate.
Well, I want to thank you for letting us see your church, and if anybody wants to find a place to worship, 953 Broadway.
Yes.
And tell them Long Beach Treasures sent you down, because it's a historical building and they have a really great pastor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Clarice, for letting us come in. Thank you so much. And don't go away. We'll be right back with more Long Beach Treasures.
Do you have a senior loved one in your family that needs long-term care at home or a nursing home? Are you worried that you'll have to sell the house because the care is so costly? The California Elder Law Center helps your loved one get the quality care they deserve and not go broke doing it. Call toll-free 1-888-500-6700. The California Elder Law Center helps families develop care plans for staying at home and getting the help they need. The California Elder Law Center is prepared to help you. Call now, 1-888-500-6700.
Why should your business check out Charter Business? Ability. The affordability of our high-speed business class networking solutions. The scalability to quickly and simply adjust those solutions to your changing needs. The reliability of our fiber-based Cisco-powered network. And local market accountability you just don't get from the phone company. Check out Charter Business Ability today at 888-975-6100 or visit charter-business.com.
Hi, I'm Harvey Keller, host of Long Beach Treasures. Be sure and join us every week as we tour historic homes, buildings, neighborhoods, meet interesting people, and see interesting things. Catch our show every Tuesday and Sunday at 7 p.m. on Channel 3 and take a walk through history as we uncover more Long Beach treasure. See you then.
Smooth Sports Grill.
Wherever you're sitting inside, you can see at least 5 screens. So whatever your interest is, wherever you're sitting, you're going to be seeing what you want.
Like the TV monitors, the food is great. I like the menu.
It is the place on Pine Avenue. It is, in fact, it is my home away from home.
You got everything from surfing to, baseball and even, international soccer.
Upscale. Very, very nice.
Very sexy. It's really nice to be here.
Yeah, baby.
Welcome back to Long Beach Treasures. Now we're going to go through a newly remodeled Victorian Victorian home here in Alamitos Beach. They've done a really spectacular job. It almost looked like new construction. So if you'll come with me, we'll go knock on the front door and we'll see what it looks like from the inside out. Hi, Jonathan.
Hello, Harvey. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for letting me come. And,
Welcome.
I've been wanting to see the inside of your house for a long time because I know you've been working on this, what, a year?
Yeah, it's been a year that we started last May. We pretty much finished this current May, so.
And would you consider this a Victorian?
Yes, it is considered a Victorian.
Transitional period?
I'm not sure which period it is. I've been told it's Queen Anne style, but I don't know how traditional it is.
What year was it born?
19...
Built.
It was built in 1907.
1907?
Yeah.
Okay, Victoria died in 1901, so this would have been during the Edwardian area. So it would probably be considered a transitional Queen Anne. You've done a beautiful job. What's the square footage?
It's just over 1,000 square feet.
Was that all?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks much larger from the outside.
Yeah, so it's not too big.
Now tell me what all you've done.
Well, in here, when we bought the house, back during the war, the houses were split into two. So ours was one of them, and the original staircase was not in. So when we bought the house, we had I guess it was like a loft-style staircase. We had that removed, so we had the staircase completely rebuilt. In here, we refinished the wood, repainted it.
Is this new crown molding or is that original?
The crown molding, no, is brand new. It's brand new. We had that added as well. So added the recessed lighting.
Doesn't it take a long time to light all those candles?
Yeah. As you can tell, we don't have any candles in there, though, because I don't want it to turn the ceiling black. So, and then in the kitchen was complete.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, the kitchen we completely had gutted and remodeled. We added Dutch door in here, all new cabinetry, new window, farmhouse sink. You know.
And lots of pot lights.
Yes. Yeah, we decided, you know what, because there wasn't adequate lighting when we bought the house, case in point in the living room, with the exceptions of lamps, so we decided to add all the recessed lighting in. So.
This is nice. I like the beadboard very much.
Thank you. And what was really surprising in the kitchen is these are the original hardwood floors. Oh, wow. There was at least 7 or 8 layers of linoleum and then a top layer of tile when we bought the house, and when they removed everything, it was all under there in perfect condition, so we just had it refinished.
It is in great condition for being that old. The tile must be new.
Yeah, all this is brand new. All brand new. Had this all custom done.
And that's unusual glass in your doors there.
Yes, with Kitchen Guy we wanted the glass cabinets, and I just wanted something that looked kind of authentic. If you know, obviously our windows are very they're not perfect, right? You know, so I wanted to keep it as original as possible. So added the Dutch door.
Hi guys. And this is your laundry room?
Yes, this is our laundry room. So we added this cabinetry in here. These cabinets were here. We just had them refinished.
Nice bathroom.
Back here we had the bathtub refinished. Sent that out, refinished that, and also sent out the corner sink and had that refinished. And
now, these are both original to the house?
I don't think so, because if I'm not mistaken, this used to be the kitchen area of the house. So at one point in time, this was, I mean, obviously it must have been a long time ago, but this was all turned into a bathroom and the washroom, because the guys 2 houses over, theirs is still their kitchen area, so it's like a galley kitchen. And
can we take a quick run upstairs?
Yes, we definitely can.
Now, you're in Alamitos Beach.
Yes.
And Alamitos Beach is not a historical designated neighborhood. So did you have to have a certificate of appropriateness from the Cultural Heritage Commission to do any of the work that you did here in the house?
No, not that I'm...
Okay.
Yeah, no, we did
not.
No, Yeah.
Since you're not, since Alameda's Beach is not a historical neighborhood, why you wouldn't have to. But if you lived, say, in Bluff Park, then you would have to.
Yeah. No, we did not. So, and then here, once again, when the house was split into two, there used to be a doorway here. And so we had that replaced and had a window put in there.
Now, when you replaced the door, you had this window made?
Yes, this is all custom made. So the guy did a great job. The front windows are original, so we had him mirror the diamond pattern on these windows as well.
Have you washed them yet?
No, have not.
I don't think I would envy you doing that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what are we in now?
Now, up here, this house is considered a 3-bedroom. This is what, you know, I guess they would consider the 3rd bedroom. When we bought this house, there used to be a Murphy bed in here. We took that out. This is what we use as our TV, our sitting area. So this is where we lounge around. And over here is our office, and we also have this as an extra bedroom in case, you know, somebody comes over and crashes. So
seems like you have a lot of little niches for storage and
it's pretty interesting. What we found out is, I guess our ceiling over our staircase was dropped. So what it did is it gave us all this little extra space that we use for our book shelving and supplies and stuff for work.
Do you have a basement here?
No, we do not.
And then this is your 2nd bath?
Yes, and we had that, all the tile work refinished in there as well, and had the beadboard added around.
I noticed the coloring you chose is mostly earth tones.
Yes.
Is there a reason?
No, it's just, you know, I work with color a lot at work, so I just am very familiar with, I love color. I don't, you know, enjoy anything simple. So I just wanted a splash of color, but without it being too extravagant. When we bought the house, the first remodel we did, which was more cosmetic, we had, like in here, we had a persimmon color. In here was a mustard. So every room was literally a different color, but this time with this remodel, I decided to keep it a little bit more.
And let's check out the master bedroom.
So in here, you know, once again, with them dropping the ceiling, we have all this little extra space. It gives us all, we have this little closet in here.
I like these little cubby holes and little doors and
it was definitely a selling point when we bought the house. I mean, we just loved how all the detail work and everything. And then over here is our walk-in closet.
Now, is this your bed and this is for the dogs?
Yes, pretty much. Yes, pretty much. So, and then these windows also, we had them custom made because at one point in time those were taken out, and aluminum windows were in there. So he did a great job refinishing
What
those.
made you decide to buy in Alameda's Beach?
I've lived in Long Beach for about 8 years now, and it's just a neighborhood that, you know, I've always seen and, you know, obviously frequented, you know, at the restaurants or bars. And when this house came up for sale, I just fell in love with it. So.
It's a great area because I also live in Alameda's Beach, and we have a lot of historic buildings.
Yeah.
And have you ever thought about having this designated?
You know what, I would love to. I mean, you know, I haven't looked into how to go about that yet, but once I find out, I would definitely love to do that.
Just call the Long Beach Historic Preservation Officer and have them walk you through the process.
Great.
So I think you would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Jonathan, thanks for taking us through your house.
No problem. Welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for for stopping by.
I love to go through homes. I like to see what people do because every house is so different, and then I go home and I do what I have new things to do. So thanks again.
All right, thank you very much.
I would like to take a couple of minutes now to talk to you about the Long Beach Historical Society. The Historical Society recently moved from the historic Breakers building into the 12th floor of the historic Security Pacific building at 110 Pine Avenue. The move was unexpected and costly, and now we're asking for your support to help us to continue to carry out the programs of the Historical Society. The Long Beach Historical Society has a membership of about 500. Now, that's less than 1% of the total population of our city. A city the size of Long Beach, The 5th largest in the state, the 32nd largest in the nation, certainly can do better than that. So won't you please help us? A city the size of Long Beach cannot be without a historical society or a historical museum. How can you help? Simple. Become a member of the Long Beach Historical Society now. Membership starts as low as $40. Our photographs, publications, and gift memberships make ideal and great inexpensive gifts. So won't you please join us and help us to continue to document and preserve the history of Long Beach by becoming a member of the Long Beach Historical Society now. Contact the Long Beach Historical Society at area code 562-495-12110 for membership information, or email the Society at www.historicalsocietylb.org, or email me at lbtreasures.aol.com, and I'll make sure you get the information. And thanks for caring, and thanks for watching. That's our show for this time. Be sure and join us again next time as we take another walk through history and uncover more Long Beach treasures.